the motive.
The motive was obvious.
You probably know the motive. Do you know the motive?
I
think we all know the motive here.
When I saw the headline and I saw the 3 words, CEO, healthcare, murdered, I already knew intuitively what the motive was.
Put 2 and 2 together. 2 plus 2 is 4. Come on. So.
Yeah. What up though, YouTube? It's Ramon in Paradise here with Paradise in Paraguay. Welcome back to the channel.
Hey.
Today we're going to switch it up a little bit and we are going to be covering a breaking news story which...
Trending.
Yeah, breaking and trending news story that you should have heard of, and if you haven't, well, you're going to hear about it from us. Recently, the CEO of United Healthcare, the largest healthcare company in the United States, the 4th largest company in the United States by revenue.
Yeah.
So you know they're pulling in money from left and right, hand over fist.
Hand over fist, right, that part.
He was assassinated.
Recently.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yes. So
we want to cover that story. Like my husband just said, you should have heard of this story already. It is unfortunate, you know, but at the same time, we're not going to act like we don't know why this may have possibly happened. You know, we know law enforcement and the news sources that are out here, the news stations that are out here reporting are, you know, kind of acting dumbfounded and clueless, like, oh, don't know the motive. We got to find the motive. We know the motive.
The motive was obvious.
Probably know the motive. Do you know the motive?
I think
we all know the motive here.
When I saw the headline and I saw the 3 words, CEO, healthcare, murdered, I already knew intuitively what the motive was.
Put 2 and 2 together. 2 plus 2 is 4. Come on. So, yeah, healthcare, especially in the United States, is something that everybody, like, you have to have it because things are just so freaking expensive. So it's really no question as to why this man was upset enough, not upset, that's an understatement, but why he was angry enough to go and, you know, carry out this premeditated crime against this man, the CEO.
Yeah, I knew it was not a botched robbery or anything like that. This was highly premeditated and planned out.
Oh yeah. He had the silencer on his the weapon and everything.
Yeah.
He thought this out, you know, a lot.
Yes.
Maybe not perfectly. They're gonna probably find him eventually. But I will tell you this much: the general public, according to the comments, they're not trying to help. They're not trying to help, okay? Because a lot of people can relate to the person that carried out this crime. They can relate to his frustrations, his pain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of companies, not just this one, but a lot of healthcare companies in the United States screw over people left and right every chance that they get. Every chance they get. Don't be in a hospital too long. Don't be in that nursing home or that physical rehab place a little bit too long. They cutting you off. You know, don't need a surgery that they just feel like they're not about to pay for. Don't need, you know, too much medicine or whatever the case may be.
Right.
They're gonna come up with whatever excuse they need to cut you off, to make you feel like crap, to, you know, to just not do what they're supposed to do.
And this
Put it that way.
And this is not a non-profit or not-for-profit company. This is a company
highly profitable
for-profit company.
And they don't want, you know, and a lot of times they don't want to do the right thing.
And what's even more interesting about this was the CEO was he was on his way walking to an investors conference.
And you know what they about to talk about in the investors conference.
What do investors want? They want return. They want profit.
More, you know, richer, happier, satisfied, all that stuff.
This is a type of company that exists, that literally exists to profit as much as possible,
no matter the cost,
off of basically denying as much coverage as they can.
Right. So you know what was about to be going down in this meeting that he unfortunately didn't make it to.
Right.
So yeah, we're gonna get into this story. We're gonna show you guys a clip real quick, and we're gonna talk about it, and we want to hear you guys' thoughts in the comments. So, yeah, just for the record, we don't condone violence. We don't think that this situation is funny or anything like that. We're just saying that we can resonate with the people in the comments as far as like what they're feeling which is causing them to say what they're saying, because a lot of people have been screwed one way or another, screwed over by these insurance companies. Or if you haven't directly, at least someone that you know probably has, or someone close to you has it.
Yeah, and we don't want to make light of what happened to this gentleman, but at the same time, well, we don't want to make light of that.
No.
But someone lost a son, someone lost a husband.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Someone lost a father.
Yeah.
You know, the families are hurting, friends are hurting. So it's a very, very sad situation.
It is sad.
But at the same time,
in the big scheme of things,
yeah,
companies like the one that he was running
they're causing so much more
they're
hurt
the
and
kind
pain.
of companies, right, that is causing and putting out a lot of pain.
Yeah.
A lot of pain. A lot of people suffering is the word I was searching for.
There you go.
A lot of suffering is being felt by, or have been, and still is,
Yeah.
because the company is probably going to go on. A lot of suffering is being felt by the general public, and have been for a long time, because these companies are heartless a lot of times.
Absolutely.
They just don't care about what you're going through, your diabetic situation, your cancer situation. They're like, man, we got a company to run and we got shareholders to keep happy. Like, that's their mindset. It's really sad. So, yeah. You know, when you are heartless and stuff like that, it's only a matter of time before something will come back around to hunt you or to get back at you. So, just a little tiny moral of this story, but let's get on into it.
Yep, let's
Watch this video clip. Watch this clip with us, you guys.
Breaking news, CNN has obtained new surveillance video from the fatal shooting of the United Healthcare CEO. And we do want to warn you that the video is, of course, disturbing.
CNN Bryn Gingras joins us. Bryn, take us through this video.
Yeah, Phil and Brianna. So we are only showing a few seconds of this video that CNN obtained, obviously because it is very alarming to watch. Essentially, what we see in that video is the CEO, United Healthcare, Brian Thompson, walking toward the hotel here behind me, and behind him comes the suspected gunman that police are still searching for. So you could see how he approaches Thompson from the back before that.
This ties into something I say all the time, which to me should be the slogan of the United States now. Profits over people.
Absolutely.
Profits over people.
You're not the only one that say that.
Yeah, I know, but I do say
a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Profits over people.
A lot of people
So let's contrast that to our experience here in Paraguay with the various health care options here.
The level of care. The fact that they actually care.
Yeah. So let's rewind all the way back when we first moved here. We didn't have any legal standing here. We were literally just tourists.
Just tourists at first.
At this point. We were in the process of obtaining residency, but we hadn't obtained it yet. So legally, we were just tourists on a 90-day visa. Mm-hmm. Our son Elijah was a baby at the time, and he had gotten sick, and so we decided, hey, let's check out the public healthcare system, which is literally free for anybody within the borders of the country, whether you're here legally or not.
You're like, let's check it out. If we don't like it, we'll go to the private hospital. But let's just check it out and see what the experience can be like, because we're here.
Yep. So we went to the main emergency hospital. We signed in with our names and our passport numbers because we didn't have our cedula, which is the national ID card with our cedula number. So we used our passport numbers, and our Spanish was horrible. So we had cell phones out, Google Translate and all that.
And the lady was very patient with us behind the glass and very nice.
Yep. And what they did is they went and they found an English-speaking doctor that worked there so that we could communicate properly. They
could get the proper care that he needed.
They evaluated his situation. Nice. They wrote the appropriate prescriptions, and we were charged absolutely nothing from the hospital. we had to go and
Zero.
yeah, we had to go to the pharmacy and purchase the medicine.
It was like $5-6 equivalent.
Yeah, like
maybe.
$5-6 at the time.
Yeah.
And that was that. And
Very positive, very quick. Even though the public hospital, it can be a long time if it's a lot of people. But hey, anything that's free, you do have to pay you have to pay in regards to your time. Usually.
Right.
But this particular time wasn't that long. We might have been in and out, maybe total hour and a half to 2 hours max or something like that.
Yeah.
But still, they found us an English-speaking doctor. They were very kind to us. And
very patient.
Very patient.
Especially with our non-Spanish speaking selves at the time.
And most of all, or best of all, we didn't have to pay anything.
No, and we were treated well, and the treatment was good. So
and that's just a public hospital.
Right.
You know, there are private hospitals here, obviously. There's insurance here for those that want it. You know, some people that we know have it. It's very affordable. You actually get treated like a human being. They're not, trying to fight you tooth and nail to not help you out when you are in a situation.
Yep.
It's just a breath of fresh air here. And it's not just from our point of view. Other people that live here have said the same thing. But go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, why don't you expound on your experience giving birth here? Because we've had our two daughters both were born here.
Yeah, we've had 2 children here. And both experiences were, I would say, was better than my experience that I had when I gave birth to our son in the United States. And like I was just saying before, in general, people here are so kind. My OBGYN was, he was super, it was actually a man. He was super sweet, super available. I had his WhatsApp number so I can talk to him all the time. I didn't have to just call a doctor's office.
Hold on. For those of you that know, because we don't use WhatsApp much in the U.S., that's literally his cell phone number.
Yeah.
It's literally his cell phone number.
Yeah,
it's not just the WhatsApp number, it's his cell phone number.
And it wasn't just something special like for me just because I'm, a foreigner or something like that or whatever you could be thinking. That's what he does with all of his patients.
Yep.
And so, going back to patients, the other kind of patients, he was super patient. The system in general though, from the getting ultrasounds and all of that, which was extremely affordable. Each ultrasound was like, I don't remember, but tens?
I don't know.
If it was $100.
Wait, let's do it. Let's summarize this.
But overall, price-wise, no, before we get to the price,
okay.
Even though I did a video on this, if you guys want to check it out, go, find that video. But overall, my experience was, it was just it was very, very good, very calm. I didn't feel worried about anything. The hospital treated me very well when I did go into labor. They were super attentive. Nobody was like, what be happening? I'm trying to think what be happening in the U.S. Would they be like rushing you and whatever? I'll take that part out. But like, I don't have a bad memory about anything that went down. Like everybody treated me well. They treated my family well. My husband was, was in the room and all of that. Our son was allowed to be there. The nurses, the staff, administration, everything went smooth, and they were just so caring, and I wouldn't say loving, even though that may seem like a stretch, but that's really what I felt. Like my experience, I felt love. I really felt cared about. I didn't just feel like a number, and so I really appreciate and admire that about this particular healthcare system. On top of that, now we can talk about the price.
Yes.
The whole thing was less than a couple $1,000s. The first time we was like maybe under $2,000, and the second time, because it was a little bit of inflation, we paid a little bit over $2,000.
But that's just not the birth, which was via C-section, so that's even more expensive.
Not the birth.
But that included all the prenatal care
Yeah,
too.
we're talking about all the things that we paid for leading up to, from the prenatal care all the way through my stay at the hospital and being discharged.
Yes.
After we added everything up, and with no insurance that we had, because we didn't have to get an insurance plan.
Yep.
And after we were pricing things, it was like, we don't need to pay for a monthly anything. Let's just pay out of pocket. That's what we did. Yeah, it ended up being like right around the $2,000 mark.
So for both
$2,000
births,
mark?
no, so for both births.
Tell me that's not
No,
jaw dropping, because as you see what we just read with this guy, he had an accident. His bill was $36,000.
with no surgery.
When we had our son in the United States, my bill, even though I had insurance at the time, I still got to see the bill, and my insurance at that time, didn't do me too bad. They paid the majority. That bill was $15,000.
Do you remember what we had to come out of pocket for?
We had a deductible. It wasn't too much, maybe a couple of hundred.
Okay,
But
that's-
still,
yeah.
I'm just saying, like, what they charge in general, though, is
Yeah.
just astronomical.
It
And then
is.
they treat you like crap on top of it.
Right.
While here, it's like the complete opposite, in like every regard. How you're treated, how you're seen, how they make you feel.
Yep.
And the price that you pay for it all.
Yep.
Completely opposite.
So if we summarize this, 2 births via C-section, including all prenatal care for both of them, less than $5,000. We've talked to people where they gave birth and their copay was $5,000.
Come on now.
For one birth. So that gives you an idea.
That's
and
a
again,
crazy
we had
contrast.
no insurance. This is paying cash out of pocket.
Because we wanted to as
Right.
well. We had the option to do it either way. And we were like, let's just pay out of pocket.
Yeah,
let's go whatever I receive.
the only gotcha is if you do want to be covered by insurance, you got to have the insurance 6 months prior to the
Any
birth.
like major, I think any major surgery.
Yeah.
Any
So
major surgery.
so that's the gotcha. So you got to have prior coverage, so at least you've been paying into it for a while. You
Yeah,
just can't
that's it.
get covered and drop it right after, But
But
anyway,
even with that, it's still super affordable.
Yep.
Like, okay, so now we're gonna go into
Oh.
you about to show
well,
them.
I was going to do that, but I wanted to get into go into the emergency room.
Okay.
All
we're
right,
on.
so we got another experience that we had. Our daughters, they had some spots showing up on them, and we didn't want to book an appointment. We went straight to the emergency room at a local hospital near where we live. It's a newer hospital. It's really nice. It's kind of our go-to place. So it was the middle of the night. It was like 11 o'clock at night. We go to the emergency room. We get seen probably within 5 to 10 minutes of walking in after we check in.
Yeah.
Doctor immediately knows what's going on with them, writes us the relative prescriptions, tells us what to do. In the end, including us buying the medicine, we were out like $20. No insurance.
No over exaggeration, no lie.
No.
That was it.
Yes, absolutely.
In a good way. That's a good skin. But like, it's unbelievable in that regard. So when people be asking us, y'all really like living here? Are you ever going to move? And da-da-da-da-da.
We really don't plan on leaving.
That's not
here.
what we're doing.
So
No.
now let's get into a little bit of like how much insurance costs if you do want insurance. Hold on here, let me fix this because I gotta reset the screen for that. All right, so boop.
So here we're just going to give you guys a little snippet of one of the websites of one of the healthcare providers, health insurance providers here, to give you an idea of what the pricing can look like for, what is the example, a family of 4?
Yep. I made up a fictional family of
For
4.
a family of 4, just to give you guys more of a, idea.
So this right here is this is I planned, you had to put in some information so you can get these quotes and whatnot. So I made up a fictional family of 4. We're a family of 5, but I did a family of 4.
Yeah, not important. Just-
And so this is AssisMed, which is the insurance provider that's associated with the hospital I mentioned that our go-to hospital that we went to the emergency with. So this is who works with them. It says right here, Tarifa Mensual. So basically your monthly price of 1,476,250 guaraníes.
Which means
it was basically $194 a month.
so less than $200.
Less than $200 a month to cover your family of 4. This is not the most basic plan. This is what they call the Amplio plan. So it's actually
You get a bit more coverage than the basic plan, so it's actually a pretty good plan.
right. And then if we look at another plan,
I'm still stuck on less than $200.
yeah, less than $200 a month.
Good and well. Good and well. You ain't finding nothing like that where
No.
we're from.
No. And then
Not for a family.
and then let's look at the VIP top of the line plan here. They don't have it broken down by month, but essentially this is 53 millones per year for the same coverage of the husband, wife, son, and daughter. And when you break this down, it is about $500 something a month, $550 a month.
So that's on the quote unquote high
The
end.
highest that you could get from this company. That's the max.
And you're gonna have the best coverage. You're
Yes.
gonna get, have the least amount of problems and all that. Everything's taken care of and covered and all
Yeah.
that.
So, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
there you
and-
have it. Like
Yeah.
this.
And again, this is coverage to go to the private hospitals.
Laughable.
You can get this. You can get care for free at the public hospitals, or if
That's
you
an
want-
option.
right?
It's an option. That's all we're saying. Like, there's options.
And there's also a third system called IPS or EPSA in Spanish, and that's for people who have jobs that work for an employer and stuff like that. They have another system they go to
that covers them.
that covers them.
Right.
So there are various systems, healthcare systems here that overlap in various ways depending on your situation and what you want and how you want to be treated. But there's always the free option that's
Right.
available for everyone.
And if you don't want to go with that, then there's the affordable paying options. But still, hence affordable. Like that's the main part,
Yep.
So yeah, that's pretty much, that situation or our situation here in a nutshell. No, we're not saying like, we're not telling you all this because we're saying we're trying to tell you to move here or anything like that. We're just saying why we're so satisfied and more than satisfied, why we're so content and happy that we're
And
in,
grateful.
and grateful
very grateful.
that we're in good hands.
Yeah, yeah.
We're literally in good hands. Like, what will Allstate be talking
Yeah.
about? Places like here that actually care about their people and is not, profits over people and stuff like that. It's actually care for the people.
Yeah.
To me, that's what being in good hands really means.
Right. And
But-
so it's just amazing because you think third world country, or the more proper term nowadays, a developing country. Oh, do they even have hospitals? What, are you living in huts or something like that? Yes, they have hospitals. They got lots of
Stupid
hospitals.
questions like that.
They got doctors.
No,
They got MRIs and all that stuff.
All the high-tech
Yes.
equipment, technology, know-how, highly degree people are here, very good colleges.
Yep.
Come on now.
Yep.
So, yeah, our situation, we feel very blessed and grateful for the situation that God has allowed us to be in.
Yep.
We don't have to no longer deal with the mess of the U.S. healthcare system.
Right.
Because it is literally a mess.
Yep. Yeah.
This part out. This is really loud.
Oh, they've been cricketing for a while, so it might not be to cut it out because they've been cricketing for a while.
They've been cricketing for a while.
They've been cricketing for. I think the cricket is going to be part of our video. But anyway, one thing I do want to stress: stuff like this happens in the U.S. because we are not doing what we should be doing, that the Lord Jesus Christ has taught us, and that is to treat others as we would like to be treated.
Simple golden rule.
Very, very simple.
Whether people want to hear it or not, regardless of what your beliefs are, truth is truth.
Treat people how you want to be
is true.
treated. That's
Period.
it. It's very simple.
And people don't do that.
It's very,
a lot
very
of times.
simple. This healthcare company was denying people left and right
No,
just so they could make more
Knowing
money.
good and well, these people have already paid.
They've been
this
paying their
company.
premiums, getting hundreds or thousands of dollars taken out their check every time.
Yep. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, it's
wrong. Is wrong. There are no.
all for the sake of profit.
Yeah, there are consequences for treating people, negatively like that. Treating
Yeah.
people bad, just being evil like that. That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Think
So-
about how many people probably have died because of the evil, greedy decisions that have been made by
It's thousands upon thousands.
people at the tops of these companies. And it's not
Yeah.
just this United company.
All of them.
All of them are
All of
on this
them.
type of stuff. They compete with each other.
Because they're for-profit companies.
So they're all doing
Profit
this-
should not be involved in healthcare.
Come on.
Profit should
now.
not be involved in healthcare. Yes, people have to make money,
Yes.
but profit is on top of that. Why? And that's how you pay your shareholders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It don't have to be excessive.
It shouldn't be like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like
It's
that.
excessive,
Yeah. So, in the end, again, just treat people how you want to be treated. Everybody, corporations, Treat people how you would want to be treated. People, treat each other how you want to be treated. If we could just do something basic like that, the U.S. would be such a better place.
The whole world, really.
Yeah.
You know.
But the thing is, down here in
Paraguay,
Paraguay, people do that.
In general, now
in
let's
general.
not act
Yeah,
like
it's not
everything's all
universal.
perfect here. There are some,
But
one-off situations
Of course.
here and there where there's like, some crazy person that may, I don't know, not do that or not be so nice, whatever. But in general,
it's ingrained
crime
in society.
is low,
Yeah.
especially violent crime. And people don't just go around looking for ways to hurt other people.
Right.
That's not what's ingrained in the threads of this country.
One more point before we go. Most companies in the United States are publicly owned. They're publicly owned, which means they have shareholders to answer to, which means profit is the main motive for even investing in these companies.
Super high profits.
The CEO was on his way to an investors conference. I want to point out here that the vast majority of companies here in Paraguay are not publicly owned. They're still owned by the families that started them.
Come on now,
So
that's
there's
tell you something.
So there's still morals intact,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody's not trying to profit as much as possible by screwing people over.
Right.
So that is a huge thing that I think
That's a huge plus.
I think makes a big difference between here and there, is that there's not the want to profit as much as possible off of every single step of business or every single way that you
Any
can.
little place that they can squeeze out more money. That's not what the motives are here.
Yeah. People want to make money, of course, but it's not like we got to answer to shareholders and paying the dividends and all that stuff.
Right. It's not at the expense of hurting people.
No, it's not.
Putting your, the whole dog thing, putting your foot on somebody else's neck to climb to the top.
Yeah.
No.
It's not like that.
It shouldn't. Nowhere should be like that. But we know where we come from, what it has turned into.
The richest, most powerful country in the world.
It used to always be that way.
No. Back in the day in the U.S., people used to pay their doctors directly. It's still like that here.
Right.
It's still like that here.
And that's why we feel like, keep life being simple. To me, that's like where true happiness lies in.
Yeah.
We try to add all this other extra stuff into every aspect of life.
All these layers and middlemen, everybody trying to get their profit out of it.
Yeah, all these different layers and stuff. It's like, keep it simple, back to basics. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yep. They're making money.
And
A
hurting
lot
people.
of it. That's what they're doing.
That's what it is. So,
Yeah.
so that was that story. There you have it. You got our thoughts on that. You see, and then we guys, gave you a little bit of what it's like for us being here, as far as in the healthcare sector, what it's like for us.
Yep.
We enjoy it very much, and in fact, we feel grateful to have access to the type of care that we have access to, for without having to pay for it with our firstborn son or our arm and our leg, That's what they charging you back in the States. Sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna go ahead and close this video out. Like I said earlier, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you are new here, welcome. Go ahead and just be a part of our family. So we welcoming you now. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And we will see you guys on the next video. Go ahead and leave some comments as well. Let us know what you think about this story. Let us know what you think about what we told you about our experience here health-wise in Paraguay. If you have any questions, leave them down below.
If you got any experiences you'd like to share with us
Your
in the comments as
experiences,
well.
please. Yeah, let's get the discussion going on in the comment section. And as always, if someone in particular wants a consultation or one-on-one with us, go ahead and send us an email to ParadiseInParaguay@gmail.com. That information will be in the description box of this video. And I think that is it. So we're going to let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.
Peace and nos vemos.